They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense set for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dart. This time he's got him. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And the short completion brings up 2nd down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Dart. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
The Rebels decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Wants to throw on second down. Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down and run. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form taking.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to run for it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to beat the D deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go back to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. To the air. It's Dart. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bentley. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
They'll immediately call timeout. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out.
Looking to take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with 4th down.
how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense there. Talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession lead.
The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the left. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just one bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 5 over Western Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's going to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Hey, quarterback, dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, going up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. He's got it, and they convert. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Now adjusting. Quickly out to the tight end. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch.
Touchdown Gamecocks, and the route is on.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. The DBs will back off a bit. Back to pass, it's Dart. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Priestcorn. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Dart. Give him 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
From the gun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play.
South Carolina, 28. Ole Miss, 11.
And on 1st down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. All wideouts, no backs. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. They're working that left side. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Rebels will hustle to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They can't...
Open runway ahead. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Rebels are on the move.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like...
They intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying huge chance.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short.
We'll give the defense credit there on 3rd down. It almost looked like they were expecting the screen. They gave up a few yards, but not enough for a 1st down. Now they've got a chance to get off the field.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on down.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team. They're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
As an OC to be aggressive, I get that, but you can't be reckless. And once you've made one mistake already in the fourth quarter and you still got the lead, you might want to now start thinking about running some clock.
The Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Dart. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give as they work on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, 1st down. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. A 1st down for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Watkins. At the 40, there he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to throw, it's Dart. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fakes the grab on the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Caught over the middle. It's Wells.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete two-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on second down after the incompletion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Trying play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Vanderbilt Commodores. And the Gamecocks will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Commodores offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, one of the best receivers. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Back to throw, it's Moffitt. Coming after him. Complete. And that's a very productive first down. Second and 3. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams
got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll... Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Fires downfield. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see them kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. The Gamecocks will move the sticks.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go for it in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game, but this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Moffitt. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. Just an outstanding return after the pick. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered.